It's Miss Katie, and you have found Heritage Ways today. I'm so glad you have. This is day 2, Saturday number 2 of the collaboration we are doing with Vickie's Country Home. Vickie being the hostess there, and My Blind Mama's Messy Kitchen, Jeri being the hostess, and Lori, the hostess at Whippoorwill Holler. All those 3 channels we are co-hostessing this collaboration, and we ask any of y'all to join in with us. Just tag, mention our channels at the beginning of your video, and you know, if you'd like, you can put links to our channels in your comment section, and that would be great. Today we are making something with BOK CHOY. This is a little sad looking, but frankly, aren't most vegetables sad looking that come from the grocery store? I will tell you this, it's going to be fine in our salad. And this came from just the local grocery store chain. But last spring I grew baby BOK CHOY in my garden. It was organic. It was amazing. It was wonderful. So I hope you will use this recipe with your homegrown BOK CHOY. And you're saying, do what now? Choy who? It is BOK, B-O-K-C-H-O-Y, BOK CHOY. It's really delicious. It's not stringy like a celery. It's just crunchy. I love crunchy food. Do y'all like crunchy food? I do. So this is just, grows like that, like celery. But I'm going to be taking it apart. I'm going to be washing it. I'm going to take off any bad spots. I'm going to chop it all up, slice it basically. I'm going to slice it. And then I'm going to take a bunch of green onions. Let's find the green onions. We're going to have the sliced BOK CHOY and the sliced green onions. We're going to make a delicious salad for this collaboration. And the name of this collaboration is Super Sides Saturday. Stay tuned. This is going to be good. Don't let BOK CHOY intimidate you. Don't let it happen. Don't let it. Y'all, it's delicious. It's easy to make. It's good. Try something new. Let's do it. This recipe can be found in the cookbook that I'm writing, and here's the first draft, well, the first half of the cookbook. The first draft of the first half of the cookbook. But it is called BOK CHOY salad. And the amount that we're going to make here, I put in my cookbook that it feeds approximately 8 people, but I'm not really sure exactly. So you'll need the BOK CHOY and green onions, and then you'll need other things that we'll talk about as we go along. And in the cookbook that I'm writing, y'all know this is Heritage Ways, and we love heritage, the idea of heritage. In the cookbook that I'm writing, the whole idea and premise behind it is this is an heirloom item for my descendants. It's a heritage item. It's my gift and legacy to my descendants. And so I've got the recipe and then a story about each recipe, or how we used it, or when, or where it came from. And this particular recipe came from an elder's wife in southern Middle Tennessee that we know very well, and she's dear to us, Miss Carol. I know she subscribes to our channel here, so thank you, Miss Carol, and this is for you, and we thank you, and we're going to share this recipe with the whole wide world. I hope y'all enjoy it. Okay, we're back. I have chopped up my BOK CHOY and washed it. I have sliced up on the bias. That means catty-cornered at an angle diagonally. So I've sliced up the green onions. So I've got those waiting on me. I've got a half a cup of butter in my Lodge cast iron little pot here, and it is melted. I'm adding 1 cup of sliced almonds. And what I'm doing here is I am sauteing the sliced almonds, which I normally get whole raw almonds and chop them up myself, but you know, I'm using what I have. Then this is not healthy, so I sometimes leave it out, but for the sake of telling you the whole recipe, I want to tell you, use 2 of the ramen noodle packages. You just crush it up, break it up, and then I throw away that little seasoning packet in there because it's just nasty stuff. I mean, the noodles themselves aren't healthy, but still, this is a good once in a while recipe, and you don't need that package of stuff anyway for this recipe. So I pour that in there, and you're just browning up the noodles. They brown quickly. They burn quickly if you're not watching. Whew. I'm just browning up the almonds and the noodles. And this adds a great crunch. You know, you can very easily substitute, you know, other kinds of nuts. I've done pecans and pumpkin seeds, or not even substitute, but just using a lot of different kinds of nuts instead of using the ramen noodles. So I'm just going to brown this up and set it to the side. Lightly brown it. I will say that I made a note in my cookbook here, because I make notes on my recipes and I share those when in my cookbook. But I did make a note that I tried once upon a time using coconut oil, and it did not work out right. The final product, it was all, I mean, butter solidifies, but the coconut oil gave us, it was just not a good texture in this salad. So honestly, you just really need to use the butter because it turns out right. So we're just going to keep browning this up, and then I'm going to tell you what we do after that. Okay, I've moved this browning bowl over here, and I'll watch it. It's not ready yet, but in this pot, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of vinegar. I use Bragg's apple cider vinegar, or at least use a vinegar that has the mother in it. Miss Carol's original recipe called for white vinegar, and I did write that in my cookbook, white vinegar, but I also made a note that I don't use white vinegar. So apple cider vinegar has worked well every time. 1/4 cup of sugar, and I'm using organic cane sugar. All right, that's going to brown quick. It's getting there. So I'm going to show you what it looks like too. Over here, we're just going to bring this to a boil until the sugar is dissolved. It won't take long at all. Okay, so I've turned off our almonds and ramen. That's just going to sit there and just cool off. I've turned off our 1/4 cup of vinegar and 1/4 cup of sugar. Let that cool for just a little bit. Miss Carol says in her recipe to let it cool completely, I think, but I don't always do that. And to be quite honest with you, her recipe also says an hour before you eat it, combine all the ingredients, but I never wait that long. I love this salad. Like, I love this salad so much. And right now, to be honest, we're making it and we're about to eat it here in a few minutes. So it's really good. And we're going to eat it with our pizza. So it's going to be yummy. This is good to have with, you know, talking about Easter coming up. If you celebrate Easter, it's good with ham or chicken. You could even put chopped meat in here, really. You could put chopped ham or chopped chicken. So it's versatile. And it says, my notes I wrote, it says this salad isn't too super left over since the noodles soften. In fact, I don't wait an hour, as Miss Carol suggests in the recipe, to enjoy this salad after it's all combined. The crunchiness makes this salad unique and delicious. So that's what I wrote in my cookbook that I'm writing. And I wrote, Miss Carol treated the members of our church to this salad at almost every church meal. We were thankful she did. And then for Trim Healthy Mamas who watch us on this channel, it's an eating lifestyle. It says this salad can be made to fit into the low-carb eating plan, Trim Healthy Mama S, by using a substitute for the white sugar and excluding the ramen noodles. Perhaps add more nuts to replace the crunchy ramen. So that's what I'm doing in my cookbook. My cookbook's currently called Taste and See, but it's not finished. It's just for my family, but it's got all kinds of recipes so far. So thank you, Miss Carol, for that. And what's going to happen now, we are going to just add 1 cup of olive oil. Okay, I will say that I try to buy olive oil that's in the tin rather than a clear glass container. It's best to buy it in a tin or a colored glass like green. It's just, it stays fresher and better longer than if it is stored in glass. So that's, and plus it's just easy for me and just as cheap for me to buy it in a bulk like this. So that's what I do. I'm not partial to any particular brand. And then also it calls for 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And I know that's not necessarily healthy either. If that's what you choose to use, that's fine. But I'm just as satisfied with these coconut aminos. You could use Bragg's amino acids if you have that. I have used that in the past. It's the same flavor. And so here we go. 2 tablespoons of this adds a really good flavor. So what we have are the 3 components. We have our mixture here with our vinegar, sugar, olive oil, and soy sauce or amino acids. We have our browned ramen and almonds. And then we have the chopped up bok choy. Kind of chopped it up fast and washed it, so it's kind of wet, but anyway, you get the idea. Chopped up bok choy and our green onions, which, you know, I can just put in there. That's it. It's not difficult. It's just 3 stages or 3 components. So it's not difficult. All I have to do now is combine these. And like I said, it's great for, you can have this for summer with grilled meat. You can have it when you've got a lot of vegetables or starches, you know, you've got a lot of starches in your meal. This is great to add to it. This is just a great option instead of having coleslaw. So here we have it. Our bok choy salad. That Miss Carol shared her recipe. What if she had refused to share her recipe? We would not have this deliciousness today. Oh my, y'all. Bok choy salad. Won't you try this? Oh, I hope you do. I'm about to have this bowl of it right now with my cheese pizza. Thin crust. Yes. Please join us next Saturday for the final Saturday of this collaboration. And please subscribe to our channel. And we are thankful you're here. We hope you will walk life with us. And we hope that if this is your first time to come to our channel, that you'll look around, check us out. We are on Instagram. We are on Twitter and Facebook sometimes. But you can follow us on those social media platforms. And we have a website, heritageways.com. So good things are happening. We have some big news coming soon. Lots of opportunities are being given to us by our Lord, and we're so thankful. So we hope that y'all will join this community, walk life with us, and eat some bok choy salad.